Have you ever seen a beautiful woman working out at the gym, shopping at a grocery store, or walking past you on the street that you had an impulse to approach but didn't because you told yourself that the conditions weren't perfect? Maybe she had a headphone in, maybe she was in a rush, or walking with a friend or family member. And because things weren't perfect, you didn't do anything. You just waited, you started to overthink, and you never took action. Now, what if I told you that you missing opportunities like this with women in imperfect situations isn't just costing you tons and tons and tons of dates, even relationships, even potentially meeting your ideal woman who's going to be your wife and mother of your children, but more importantly, it's destroying your self-trust and confidence. Now, before we go any further, I'm Daniel Jacob, founder of Everlasting Confidence, and I help successful high-level men like yourself attract their dream woman through in-person approaching. And from working with hundreds and hundreds of clients all over the world, one of the biggest mistakes I found that they do is wait for perfect situations. They wait for a woman to be in a certain environment where everything is just right. She's got the perfect eye contact. She's looking straight at them. Her facial expressions reflect positive emotions, so she looks like she's in an amazing mood. Her body language is open, and she's literally doing nothing else but waiting to be talked to. Maybe even some guys have the belief that the girl needs to be walking up to them for them to actually start a conversation. Now, what I'm going to say is there is a stark, like a massive difference between the dating results of guys that wait for perfect situations with women where everything is like just right? These magical moments where she's looking at you, she's waiting for you to talk to her. She's like not on her phone, not on her headphones, just literally standing around for weeks, just waiting for you to talk to her, versus the guys that are the action takers. The guys that are not waiting for the magical moment. The guys that are savages, that walk up to women no matter what, anytime, anywhere. Doesn't matter if she's between her sets in a workout, doesn't matter if she's having dinner with her friends, doesn't matter if she's in a rush, doesn't matter if she's grabbing coffee and there's people around you. Like, no matter the situation, you have the confidence and you have the skill set to approach a girl essentially no matter what's happening. The difference in the dating results is unbelievable, right? It's basically the difference between a guy having one woman a year that he's connecting with versus 100 women a year that he's connecting with. And in my personal dating journey, in my own personal experience, the way that I got to the level that I'm at is by mastering imperfect interactions, right? By being able to walk up to women no matter what's going on, and instead of relying on the environment to give me confidence, instead of getting confidence from a lack of people around me, right? A lack of noise around me, a woman looking at me and giving me the right signal, the right facial expression, instead of that, relying on my own intuition and on my own gut. Being like a pro athlete who's able to flow and adapt no matter what's happening around me, right? If a friend comes in, if a phone starts to ring, if she changes her energy, right? If just something happens around me, I'm able to still take action no matter what, right? I'm not waiting for everything around me to be just right, but instead I'm relying on my inner compass to guide me. Okay? That has been life-changing. Not only in terms of the amount of amazing women that I brought into my life over the years, the amount of connections that I've had, but also in the belief and the self-trust and the self-respect that I've developed for myself. Now, I want to tell a quick story about the way that I've actually met my current girlfriend, who is incredible, right? This is the type of girl that I've always wanted to date, who's fun, who's super attractive, who's fit, who's got all the same habits as me. I met her when she was in Miami, rushing on her way to work. Headphones in, looking in the other direction, not wanting to be bothered, and I stopped her, and I was able to build chemistry with her, connect with her, get to know her a little bit, grab her phone number, and then a week later, we end up going on our first date, and then the rest is essentially history, right? We've been together for over 6 months now. So I would have never, ever been in this relationship if I was waiting for the perfect situation, right? If I was like the average guy who was waiting for, you know, maybe a like on a dating app to come through, to be introduced through a friend, or maybe like the once in a blue moon situation where a girl is like at a bar eyeing me down or approaching me herself. If I was that guy, I would have never dated my 10 out of 10 girl. Okay. And you likely will not also be dating your 10 out of 10 girl. Cause one other thing I'm going to say is that if you're a successful guy, maybe, you know, you've got women that are like 4s and 5s giving you attention, but the women that you actually want are not giving you attention, right? Those are going to be the elegant, feminine, sophisticated women with high standards who require you to have the confidence and the belief in yourself to approach no matter what is going on around you, to have the trust, to have the respect in yourself, to have the adaptability to approach fluidly in any situation, right? And to be able to handle all of the stimuli around you and all of the variables that come up. So if you resonate with this video and you're a high level guy, right? You make, let's say, over 100K a year, and you're at a point where you want to master the skill of cold approach. You're serious about this. You realize that 2026 is going to be the year that you want to crack this thing and you want to start to date the women that you've always wanted. What I invite you to do, click the link below, check out our 7-minute documentary, apply for the accelerator, book in a call with me, and let's chat.